What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Primetime Sports Podcast, hosted by Joey Maylari. So, I know I recorded an episode now a few hours ago talking about college football and what I had for predictions on the day and some big games to pay attention to. Now I'm going to talk about what's going on in the world of baseball. Two big matchups today. Obviously, with the Yankees being down 2-0 in the ALCS to the Astros, today is do or die for this Yankees team. They lose today, they're going to find themselves down 3-0, and it's going to be very hard to come back 3-0. So I think today's game for the Yankees, obviously the biggest game of the season for them. At 5:07 p.m. today, they will be home in the Bronx. Hopefully that gives them a spark and gets them going. They do have their ace, Gerrit on the mound. He's been the best ace in all of baseball so far in the playoffs. He's pitched terrific. He will be on the mound today for that Yankees team. As for the Yankees, though, they lost Thursday night. Luis Severino is on the mound for the Yankees. Actually pitched very well. Did not pitch that bad. Couple bad pitches, obviously, with Bregman hitting a home run off of him in the third inning with two guys on base. That ended up doing him in, giving up a 3-run home run in the third inning. But overall, Severino went 5 1/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts to 1 walk. And obviously with that home run being all 3 earned runs he gave up, very tough to see that, especially considering it was just one bad pitch. And Alex Bregman has a ton of great hits in the postseason for that Astros team. He's one guy you do not want to let up at the plate. Let him get up there with guys in scoring position. You never want to give him a chance to get a chance at an RBI since he's so great at getting guys in clutch moments. As for the Yankees today, though, one good thing for the Yankees, obviously, is Gerrit being on the mound. He's been electric in the postseason, 2-0 in the postseason with a 2.03 ERA so far. I think he's going to have a great game for that Yankees team tonight. I think my prediction would be Cole going maybe 6 innings, 7 innings, giving up 1 run, 9 strikeouts to a walk with 6 hits allowed. I think he's had a great game for the Yankees team tonight. As I said, he's earned his money so far and earned that contract already in the postseason, especially considering he's been one of the best aces in the game of baseball over the last couple weeks now so far in the MLB postseason. As for who the Astros are pitching today, it is Christian Javier on the mound. He's pitched in 1 postseason game so far. It's a 6.75 ERA in 1 1/3 innings pitched. As for the regular season, though, for Javier, he pitched very well. 11-9 record on the year with a 2.54 ERA and 25 starts with 148.2 innings on the mound, striking out 194 batters. Very impressive. 194 strikeouts in 148 2/3 innings pitched. That's a very impressive stat there. So he's going to get a lot of strikeouts, obviously, and that's one thing the Yankees have struggled with. They've struck out actually 30 times now in the first 2 games in the series against the Astros. So that's one thing the Yankees have to get better at. Obviously, is putting the ball in play and not giving up dead outs like a strikeout. You just can't have that, especially in the postseason. You need big hits and big moments. I think that's the main reason the Yankees are switching up their lineup today, is just to mix up their luck. Leading off is Anthony Rizzo playing first base. Batting second is Aaron Judge playing right field. Batting third is the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton. He will not be DHing today. Batting cleanup is the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. Then, designated hitter, Matt Carpenter will be batting fifth. Harrison Bader will be playing center field, batting sixth. Josh Donaldson will be at third base yet again, batting seventh. Oswaldo Cabrera playing shortstop, batting eighth. And then rounding out the lineup is Jose Trevino playing catch-up, batting ninth. As the Astros lineup, pretty consistent. Jose Altuve batting first, leading off, playing second base. Jeremy Pena playing shortstop, batting second. Yordan Alvarez playing left field, batting third. Alex Bregman playing third base, batting cleanup. Batting fifth in the lineup is Kyle Tucker playing right field. Batting sixth in the lineup is Yuli Gurriel playing first base. Then you got seventh hitter in the lineup is Trey Mancini, an acquisition for that Astros team, the trade deadline from the Baltimore Orioles. I've always been a big Trey Mancini fan. He will be the designated hitter for the Astros today. Batting eighth, Christian Vasquez getting his first start of the postseason for the Astros. He was traded from the Red Sox to the Astros at the trade deadline. He will be batting eighth and getting his first start of the postseason for that Astros team. He will be catching for Javier, so a big chance for Vasquez to do good things and big things in the postseason yet again. Obviously for the Red Sox, big part of the 2018 team, and then even last year, the run they made to the ALCS, Vasquez was a big piece on that team. So I'm hoping he does good things today for that Astros team. And then batting ninth is Chase McCormick playing center field for that Astros team. So there you go. There's the lineups. My prediction, I got the Yankees winning this game. I think the Yankees win today at 5:07. They play tomorrow at 7:07 against the Astros yet again in Game 4. They'll be home for that game. Then they'll also be home on Monday as well at 4:07 p.m., which I don't like all the different start times. 5:07 p.m. today, 7:07 p.m. on Sunday tomorrow. and then 4:07 p.m. on Monday. I don't like all the different starting times for the MLB, but I think the Yankees win today's game by a score of 6-3. I think it'll be a good win for the Yankees. I think if they win today, they win tomorrow as well, and even up the series, make it 2-2. But things will be interesting. Obviously, the Yankees switching up their lineup just proves that they're just trying to mix things up and see if their luck can change with Anthony Rizzo as their starting leadoff hitter instead of Gleyber Torres and Aaron Judge, which has been their leadoff hitters now for the better of the last 15 to 25 games. Obviously, Judge was the leadoff hitter at the end of the season in September, trying to get him as many at-bats as possible to break the home run record in the American League. And then Torres was their leadoff hitter the last few games in the postseason. As for the Yankees, though, and what they did in Game 2, I mean, it was just a tough game for that Yankees team on Thursday night. They really only had 4 hits, so you're not going to win many games, only 4 hits in the postseason. The Astros were a little sloppy defensively, 2 errors, but had enough at the plate, obviously, to win the game 3-2 at 8 hits overall. They were led by Alex Bregman, 2 of 4 at the plate with a run scored and 3 RBIs, obviously one of those being a 3-run home run. Batting .318 in the postseason, he's playing great. Pena, their shortstop, was 1 of 4 in that game, hitting .333 in the postseason. And then Gurriel, having an unreal postseason, .409 batting average, was 2 of 3 in that game with a couple big hits, 2 of those being singles. So we'll see what happens today, obviously. Obviously, the Yankees, this is do or die for them. This is do or die for this Yankees team. They've switched up the lineup now a ton. They had Torres leading off for a while. Obviously, the end of the regular season was Judge leading off. As I said, trying to get him as many at-bats as possible. I'm sure that's what Aaron Boone, the Yankees manager, was trying to do. Then they went with Torres as the leadoff hitter. Beta was leadoff hitter last game in Game 2. Game 3, now a different leadoff hitter for this Yankees team. Anthony Rizzo will be leading off today. So they're just trying to shake things up and see what can happen. I think this Yankees team wins today, 6-3. There's my prediction. As for the Phillies and the Padres series, the Phillies had a huge win last night in Game 3. Very happy for them. As you guys know, I'm rooting for this Phillies team. They play Game 4 tonight in Philadelphia at home. The Phillies will be home again tomorrow at 2:37 p.m. So if they were to win today and tomorrow, that would end the series. They're up 2-1 right now. I'm hoping that's what happens, but obviously you never know what's going to happen in the game of baseball. You have to play every game, one game at a time. For the Phillies, though, they did win last night 4-2. Had a huge game from Kyle Schwarber. He was 2 for 4 with the home run. He's hitting only .167 in the postseason, but had a moonshot home run. That was actually his second home run of the postseason. He did that in the first inning off Joe Musgrove. Joe Musgrove started the game for that Padres team, got lit up. Only went 5 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 4 earned runs, 5 strikeouts to 2 walks, giving up 8 hits. He now has a 2.89 ERA in the postseason with a 1-1 record. As for the Padres offense, they were led by Jake Cronenworth. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI. Brandon Drury, who they got at the trade deadline from the Cincinnati Reds, 2 for 4 in that game as well last night. And then Juan Soto, another guy they got at the trade deadline from the Washington Nationals. He was 1 for 3 in the game with a run scored. As for the Phillies offense, as I said, Schwarber had a great game from that leadoff spot. It was 2 for 4 in the game with an RBI home run, obviously, with it being a solo shot. Big way to start the game for that Phillies team. The Phillies also were helped out by Alec Boehm. He was 2 for 3 in the game with a double and a single. Shortstop Bryson Stott, who was actually a rookie for the Phillies, had a great game. He was only hitting .182 in the postseason with a .598 OPS, but had a great game last night, 2 for 3 with the run scored. As for the Phillies and who pitched for them, Ranger Suarez got the start for them. He's now 1-0 in the postseason with a 2.16 ERA. Went 5 innings last night, giving up just 2 hits, 1 earned run, giving up 2 runs, only one of them being earned, as I said, with 3 strikeouts and no walks. So big game for Suarez, obviously in a big moment for that Phillies team. As the Phillies pitching staff and the bullpen pitched great. Got 4 innings out of relief from Zach Eflin, Jose Alvarado, and then also their closer came in at the end, gave 2 innings, pitched great. Sir Anthony Dominguez pitched great, 2 innings, giving up just 1 hit, no walks, no runs, and 3 strikeouts. So overall for that Phillies bullpen, they went 4 innings, giving up just 5 hits, no earned runs, no runs overall, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. So that Phillies bullpen was locked down in a big, big moment for them, obviously in a big Game 3 matchup. Now the Phillies are up 2-1 in the series. For the Phillies today on the mound will be Bailey Falter. He actually started 16 games on the year, appearing in 20 games overall. Had a 6-4 record for the Phillies with a 3.86 ERA this year, pitching in 84 innings and had 74 strikeouts, allowing a 263 opponent batting average. That does make me worry a little bit for the Phillies today. But with that big win last night, I think the momentum is in the Phillies' favor. Obviously now with them being home for each of the next 2 games too. So besides Falter, their lineup is Kyle Schwarber leading off, playing left field. He's been leading off obviously the whole season for them. Batting second will be Rhys Hoskins, playing first base. Batting third is the catcher JT Realmuto. Hitting cleanup for the Phillies is the designated hitter Bryce Harper. Batting fifth is Nick Castellanos, playing right field. Hitting sixth is Alec Boehm, playing third base. Batting seventh is the rookie shortstop Bryson Stott. Hitting eighth will be Gene Segura, playing second base. And batting ninth who the Phillies got at the trade deadline from the Los Angeles Angels, is center fielder Brandon Marsh. So we'll see what happens for that Phillies team today. The Padres have not put out a lineup yet, so I'm not sure who will be in that lineup for them. But we do know Mike Clevenger will be getting the start for the Padres in a huge game. Obviously, they're down 2-1, so this Padres game is probably do or die for them. You're not going to go down 3-1 most of the time and never come back. So most of the time you're down 3-1, that's pretty much it. So this is a huge game for the Padres. On the mound will be Mike Clevenger, making one start in the postseason. He was 0-1 in that game with a 13.5 ERA, giving up 5 runs, 4 of those being earned in 2 2/3 innings pitched, with 3 strikeouts, and has a 3 whip in those 2 2/3 innings pitched. So obviously did not have a great postseason, but as for Clevenger in the regular season, though, he was actually really good for that Padres team this year. If you look at what he's done over his career in the postseason, in 9 games, it's a 5.74 ERA and 15 2/3 innings pitched with 19 strikeouts and a 1.98 whip. So he has not been a great postseason pitcher at all his entire career. He's been struggling in the postseason his entire career. In the regular season, though, had a good regular season for that Padres team. 7-7 record with a 4.33 ERA. Obviously not the best, but, I mean, from a guy that's middle of your rotation, that's not bad. You'll take 7-7 with a 4.33 ERA. So, obviously, we'll see what happens in today's game. I think the Yankees win today 6-3. I think they get the series to be now 2-1, and I think they win tomorrow to make it 2-2. I'll be back on probably to break down that game and give a quick preview. As for the Phillies tonight, I think the Phillies win tonight. I think it's going to be a close game, though. As I said, Clevenger has not pitched great in the postseason his entire career. I think this game is a Phillies win. I'm going to go Phillies winning this game 7-4, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, I'll keep you guys posted. Anyways, thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to this. As always, I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good one. Thank you.